Hi, this is Pavel with a C# exercise. This is for a special project called Star Trek Battle. So we are going to be fighting some Klingon, I guess. So the purpose of the program is that it will serve as a simulation of a battle between starships from the United Federation of Planets and the Klingon Empire. Now, mind you, I never watched Star Trek at all, so this is kind of, I don't know who's who. I assume these guys, the United Federation, are the good guys, just by the name. But it doesn't really matter. Anyway, the program will create 3 ships for each side of the battle, as defined in the class file, which we'll soon review. And then the program will then select a ship at random to fire and other ship at random to be hit. Obviously, when one team fires, it fires on the other team, not on its there will be no friendly fire. Now, the winner of the battle is determined when all ships from one side have been destroyed. Now, you know what? Let me just show you how this thing actually runs. Where's my this is the anyway, this is the a document, or the kind of like the kickstart that was supplied by the teacher for this particular project. I'm not going to be using it. Basically what he did, he created few classes, just something like, that to follow, to kind of show what he wants and how he wants it. This is the main method where he describes, what's going to get into the logic, like the array of the spaceships that we will create 3 for each team. Then there will be a ship that fires, ship that gets hit, and then we will display the result, and we will loop until all 3 ships from one team are destroyed. Now, if you review over here, it gives you some instructions, and this is the most important thing. Obviously, this is the weapons and the quantity of each weapons for each ship in the fleet. So there's 2 ships on each side, but we will create 3, which means that we will create either 2 of the, let's say, Galaxy class and 1 Defiant class, or vice versa, and the same for the Klingon ships. Now, for example, the Galaxy class has 2 kinds of weapons. It has phasers, which is unlimited ammo, and the strength, or the fire of the power of hit, as is described here, is 1. In other words, if the enemy ship is hit by a phaser, its shield will go down by 1. If it hits by the photon torpedoes, there's 10 of them. That's 10 is the ammo, and 2 is the damage. So the shield will go down by 2. And each ship is defined a little differently. For example, this one has 3 weapons. It has phasers, photon torpedoes, and quantum torpedoes, which has a damage of 4, which is the most damaging weapon, but only 1 is the ammo. Over here it says each ship starts with the shield strength of 15, and when the ship has its shield at 0, another hit will destroy that ship. Alright, so also if a hit takes the shield strength to a negative number, the ship is obviously destroyed. If a ship tries to fire a torpedo, or any weapon really, when its quantity is 0, well, it's not really, I'm sorry, not only any weapon, because these have unlimited ammo, some of them, but the torpedoes are limited ammo. So where am I here? When the quantity of the ammo is 0, it must use its turn to reload to a full complement of that type of torpedo, and no hits are made. In other words, if it's my turn and I have nothing in the chamber, I have to reload and nothing is fired, and then we go to another round. Now here they supplied a UML diagram. You can see that spaceships, it's going to be the abstract class, which will kind of all the Klingon and the United Federation ships will inherit from it, or will extend it. Now, so spaceship is like the base class. These starship and Klingon ship are base class as well. These are base classes for their own concrete ships. For example, Bird of Prey is a concrete implementation, so is battlecruiser. Klingon ship is not. It's still an abstract, but only applies for the Klingon ships, obviously. And starship is an abstract class that applies to the United Federation ships. Here's some like a few properties, and but I'm not gonna follow this too much because I found some problems with that. For example, where am I now? Over here, when it gives the definitions, for example, it says that read-only property name and shield strength are set via constructor. Now, they cannot be read-only, because if they are read-only, you cannot decrease it, and with each shot, each hit, the shield will go down, or has to go down. But if it's only read-only, then you cannot set it to any other value. It's gonna be set at the creation of the object when the constructor is instantiated, and that's that. It stays that way. You cannot set it to anything else. If it's read-only, it's only get, no set. So this is wrong. It has to be used to set, even within the program, not just when the object is created, because the shield strength will decrease again with every hit. So and it's the same over here, that it's the read-only property. Now this one has a property called registry, and I'll show you what it is. This applies to the starship class, which is the abstract class for the United Federation ships. The Klingon ships do not have that. They do not have registry. They just have the name passed to the constructors. It has the abstracted method fire and the shield strength as well. Now the Federation ships, it says that the name will be passed to the constructor with the USS prefix to it, and the Klingon will have key ES prefix to it. So let's say there will be a name like, for example, Excalibur, but it will say USS Excalibur. So now let me show you, the teacher supplied like a sample run, how the program actually runs. This is the actual battle as defined. So it says, for example, this is the registry, NCC 2651, and then it says USS Excalibur, and this is the registry that they talk about. So it says it fires phasers, and it hits Warnock shield, and shield strength now is 14. Remember, it started at 15. Then it lists all the ships in the battle, 3 of each side, and their strength, the shields. Then it goes and fires again someone else. In this case it's the Defiant. Again, it's the Federation ship, so it has the registry, the NCC. So it's just like a registry number, I guess. This is really geeky. I don't know what they mean, but you know, I guess they just kind of to make it different from the Klingon ships. Anyway, so you have a shot being fired, another ship of the enemy team was hit, the shield goes down, and you can see the list of all the shields over here, like the values after each hit, and they decrease. You can see when I scroll down how they are being decreasing. Now once the ships starting to get destroyed, they get listed with the, again it's listed as before, but the destroyed ones cannot fire and cannot be hit anymore, and they're listed at the bottom. So first we list the ones that are still fighting, and on the bottom we will list the ones that are being destroyed. and at the end it says, oh, victory for Federation. So let me run it again with some different values. So if I scroll back up again, you can see how the fight is being, generated. It's all random, so we will be using obviously the random generator. And I guess you get, I hope you get the idea. But remember, some torpedoes have like a quantity limit, and you have to reload when you hit 0 on that ammo. Now this is a screenshot that I made from some previous run. Let me just make it bigger. Not that big. And you can see that it says the USS Defiant reloads photon torpedo, but it says also that this ship, the Warnock, is hit. Now remember, the instructions said that this turn, when you reload, nothing is being shot. Like no shot is no torpedo is being shot, so there cannot be any hit. Now there really wasn't any like shield strength decrease. You can see that the Warnock shield above before the shot was 9, and over here it's still 9, and here it's still 9. So technically this is a mistake simply on how the battle is being displayed, not how it's being calculated, because the shield stayed the same as it was supposed to. So, but I'm gonna fix that. So that's why I'm saying that I'm going to do it from scratch, and so this will display correctly when I'm finished with that. All right, so that's for the instructions. This will be, all this text will be in the description. I will also make it available for download, so you can see, what I'm following, what the instructions I'm following. The main idea here is to do some object-oriented programming, some polymorphism going on, some read-only properties, some regular properties, how the methods are being used. So in the next video, I will start creating the classes. So stick around, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.